Ba-ba-ba-bum. Everything's going good. Everything's good. Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get this over with.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Square. Game over.
Really? Hold up, I forgot to check a little something. Mm. Oops. Okay, there we go. That do be much better.
Begin. Line. Game over.
Okay, wait, one last thing to check. Did I activate? It didn't activate performance mode. What is wrong with me? Okay.
Begin.
Now everything should hopefully be good.
Game over. Begin.
Except my skill level.
Game over. Begin. Game
Really?
over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game
Oops.
over. Begin.
Man, I'm sucking really bad.
Line. Game over. Begin.
The problem is that I hesitate.
Line. Triangle. Game over.
Oh, come on, I was like one pixel away.
Game over. Begin. Line. Triangle. Square.
Really?
Game
Really? Times
over.
2?
Begin. Game over. Begin. Line. Triangle. Game over.
Oh.
Game over. Again. Line. Triangle.
That was close.
Square.
Oh,
Game
come on, that
over.
was a little impossible.
Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game
No.
over. Again.
I would say that I hate locked opponent games, but
Game
then
over.
again, I did I 100% completed all of the opponents I've read these games, so
Game over. Again. Line. Triangle. Game over.
of course I
Again.
decided to take the long way.
Line. Game over.
Oh, hello, Snow. Hello. Oh, shoot, wait a minute. Did I forgot to activate the chat box here, I think. Hold up. Where is it? Wait, what? No, it's working. What the heck? Okay. It's just a bit delayed. Hello.
Again.
I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I thought I would be done with this
Line.
game in like less than 10, oops,
Game over.
less than 10 minutes, and
Again.
well, it's only been 8 minutes. Oh, time just seems to go by slower when I play this game.
Line. Triangle. Square.
Two
Game
outs.
over. Again.
Good, you can sleep, so you take it. Oh,
Game over.
I'm
Again.
sorry that you can sleep. I've had those kinds of nights. But just,
Game
oops.
over. Again.
Yeah, not doing much at the moment. I was thinking of when would be a good time to
Line.
stream more, because I still have fuck.
Game over. Again.
Have a lot of games on my pendings list. And from what Poke told me,
Game over. Again.
I can't even remember what he told me. I think it's like if I play like 5 hours a day or something, I should be done in like 2
Line.
weeks.
Game
Assuming
over.
I play
Again.
every day.
Line.
I don't know.
Triangle.
Oop.
Square. Pentagon.
Aw, dang
Game
it.
over.
When is a really quick game? However, 50 hours of playtime because it's taking a long time to progress.
Again.
That's fine. Usually with story-driven games like Omori, I don't know anything about the game, but I just know that it's a very story-driven game. I like to take my time with it and
Game
explore.
over. Again. Game over. Again.
I just what I do wonder if it's there's that I cannot speak. If there's gonna be something
Line.
like especially difficult in the oops.
Game over. Again.
Yeah, I guess so. If there's gonna be something that's like especially difficult, like for example in Undertale,
Line.
you know, there's a sense fight, which is like a lot more difficult than everything else in the game. I wonder if Omori does have something like that. If it doesn't tell me, I don't want any spoilers, I want to find out by myself. But I'm really excited to play it. And I'm most certainly going to enjoy it. You need to find the time to do it.
Game
Break.
over. Again. Line.
Speaking of story-driven games and Undertale, I wonder if Deltarune 3, 4, and 5 are gonna come out this year.
Square.
Yeesh.
Pentagon.
Okay.
Game over.
Damn, my eyes got confused. It just depends on the route, but it's like 5 different endings, 3 neutral, a bad and a good. Oh, I see. Yes, sir.
Game over. Again.
A bit less endings than Undertale, but I gotta see the requirements of it. Because I'm guessing after my first playthrough, I'm gonna have to start
Game over.
from
Again.
scratch to get like every single achievement, which I'm excited for. So the game has a lot of achievements, unlike Undertale, which doesn't have a single achievement on Steam.
Triangle. Square. Pentagon. Excellent. Hexagon.
Sweet. Let's see how far I can keep going.
Wonderful.
Let's go. Okay, that's the hardest stage done on normal mode. Okay, goodbye to now. I hope you can get some sleep. And thank you. I hope you have a good night and sweet dreams. Bye. I'll talk to you later. Okay, that's the hardest stage done. Now it's time for the second thing. but in arcade mode. Oops.
Begin. Wonderful. Begin. Excellent. Wonderful. Begin. Wonderful. Begin.
I hate the keyboard system in this game. Really?
Wonderful. Begin. Excellent. Triangle. Square.
Really?
Wonderful. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin.
I should have kept going. Right. What am I doing?
Begin. Line. Triangle. Square. Excellent. Pentagon.
Oh, come on.
Begin. Line. Triangle. Square.
Oh. That's so
Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Game over. Begin. Line.
Ooh.
Game over.
Why did I do
Begin.
that? How did I even do that?
Game
What am I
over.
doing?
Begin.
Bam, 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 bam.
Line. Game over.
Really?
Begin. Line. Triangle. Square. Pentagon. Excellent. Wonderful. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Begin. Game over. Again.
If I get that pattern at the end, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna be so done.
Line. Triangle. Game over. Begin.
My brain got deep fried.
Game over. Again.
I didn't know what I was playing there.
Line. Triangle. Game
Break.
over. Begin. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Triangle. Game over. Again. Game
Really?
over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Game over. Begin. Line. Triangle. Square.
Oh my god, I hate this.
Begin. Game over.
Okay,
Again.
that was my fault.
Line. Triangle. Square. Pentagon. Excellent. Hexagon.
Sweet. Wait a minute. Ah!
Wonderful.
Okay. Time to put my name. Boop. And boop. Nice. Okay, that's the Hexagon Hyper mode done on both arcade and normal mode. It's only been 26 minutes. I'm gonna give a little attempt to the
Begin.
Hexagoner Station Hyper mode.
Game over.
Rumble.
Game over. Again. Excellent. Line. Triangle. Game over.
I like the aesthetics on this one.
Begin.
So whitey.
Game over. Begin.
Look at how white everything is.
Line. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Game over. Again. Line. Triangle. Excellent. Square. Game over.
One more.
Begin.
This is honestly not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be.
Line. Game over. Again.
I take back what I said.
Game over. Again. Line. Triangle. Game
See.
over.
Okay, just one more. Until
Again.
the stream hits 30 minutes.
Line. Triangle. Square. Excellent. Game
Oops.
over.
Oh, I barely new record. Well,